All right, but the big news. This actually broke when we were recording last episode, so we didn't get a chance to talk about it till now. Let's kick it on down to Athens, where special teams coordinator Scott Cochran, well known for being the Alabama strength coach, after one season there, they're not saying he's off the team. He's just away from the team. Not a lot of details on what exactly is going on there. I believe the first person to report that news was Seth Emerson of The Athletic, so let's give him credit for breaking that news. No really news otherwise than that. Kirby Smart has confirmed that has happened. Scott Cochran stepped away for health reasons, is what they've cited. And in the place of Scott Cochran not being with Georgia during camp, they've elevated Will Muschamp to that, I guess, technically a special teams coordinator role, whatever you call it. But, certainly he's going to be heavily focused on helping Kirby Smart and Dan Lanning on that defensive side of the ball. Much was made of that Will Muschamp hire in Athens when he came down to Georgia. So here you go. You're already starting to see it. I mean, one assistant, for whatever reason, not available there in Athens. And who do they go to? A two-time SEC head coach, multiple-time coordinator, at least one national championship as a coordinator, maybe two. I think maybe just one for Will Muschamp. But hell, that's a hell of an 11th man to call up into the Georgia coaching staff. And yet again, that proves why Kirby Smart and Georgia, they really landed a good one there in Muschamp. You literally could not do much better as an analyst than Will Muschamp, and now he's on the full-time staff. We'll see how long that holds, because I would imagine Scott Cochran, if he comes back, and given the nature of this, given the timing of it, that certainly is not a certainty. I would think Will Muschamp would go back to his analyst role if that happens, but man, who knows? He may be a full-timer for the rest of the season. And one other thing here for Georgia. Starting center Warren Erickson expected to miss a few weeks of practice with a hand injury. Now, the offensive line, I've been hyping up Georgia all offseason. The offensive line is, I don't want to call it an issue. That may be too strong of a word, but because they have massive talent. They got Matt Luke, who we all knows what he's doing when it comes to offensive line coaching, but that is a concern there. The offensive line, that could be basically the only position group I see that holds Georgia back this offseason. Now a key piece, starting center. Got that report with JT Daniels out of the lineup. Hopefully he'll be back in time for Clemson, but he better be, because that's all I hear every time I hear people talking about Clemson is this defensive line they got. And with that being somewhat of a question mark there in Athens, they're going to be tested right out the gate. Multiple first-rounders. People are saying, of course, it's funny how there's 80 and 90 first-rounders every offseason. People are suggesting, and then the draft rolls around. It doesn't quite pan out that way. But nonetheless, loaded defensive line here for Clemson. So we'll have to see how Georgia's offensive line stacks up with potentially their starting center not in the lineup there in the season opener in Charlotte.